What is up, TYT Sports? We are back. JR, it's Zach, the JR experience.
Damn, it's just mine.
We've been here too long.
Experience. You missed it already.
I know.
You already excluded yourself.
Oh, the Jay-Z experience. I did mess it up.
Hashtag the
But you know, the JR experience and the Z experience combined to one Jay-Z experience.
Eventually, they're going to try and separate us, and then we're going to have our own experiences.
I know, but they can't. Most dynamic too. Anyway, so obviously, one of the biggest moves in the NBA offseason was Paul George being traded to the Oklahoma City Thunder. But now reports are coming out that, like, I don't know if it was a week before or a couple trade talks before, he was apparently offered to Golden State for Klay Thompson. And this comes out that the Golden State Warriors, they rejected it immediately. They said, we're not giving up Klay Thompson for a 1-year rental. That's just crazy talk. But Paul George has come out and he said that he would have loved the trade. He would have taken it on, compete for a championship. But he also thinks it would have been the case of the CP3 Lakers thing, where the league might have stepped in and been like, I don't know, we're gonna have to ixnay that.
All of these,
it's a little ridiculous.
Well, I guess since it had been a trade and not necessarily an addition to the team, like, man, how crowded is that starting five gonna get?
Yeah, that's absurd. Yeah,
it's already chocked full of superstars, but
Hall of Famers.
So at least in getting rid of Klay Thompson, which of course, saying getting rid of, it sounds like the Warriors would have been on that side. Obviously, they're like, no, because I think
he fits perfectly.
As hyped up, and he's not hyped up. As much attention as Klay Thompson gets, 100% of it is warranted.
Yep.
I've said many times, I said, man, the Warriors are not the Warriors without Klay Thompson. And he kind of flies under the radar even before.
He's the glue that kind of holds them together,
Yeah, he got a lot more before KD got there because they had the Splash Brothers thing.
Yeah.
But even when the Splash Brothers title was getting thrown around, they were thinking just Steph.
Yeah.
And then every once in a while, like Klay would tip his toe in the pool while
score 37
while Curry is just splashing. I was like, yeah, people forgot he scored 37
it's
fucking
absurd.
points.
Yeah.
So also, I'm sure Klay also, when he heard the news, I'm not sure if I don't know how these things work. If they ever say, hey, if I was a player on the team, I would like the organization to be like, you know who just offered what they offered us for you that we said no about? It seems like good, fun gossip.
True, yeah.
So if Klay, in my mind, is the way franchises work because it's more fun this way.
Yeah.
The front office came to Klay and said, you know what we just turned down, Klay? We turned down PG
Paul
for
George
you.
For you.
It's to make the pump up his ego a little bit more.
Yeah.
And then also Klay is like, whew, I mean, I'd have to go to Indiana.
Compared to the Bay, go to Indiana, yeah. Yeah, I mean, Klay's often been referred to as the best two-guard in the league in terms of just offense and defense. So you can make a case that he's just as good a player as Paul George, but do you think, let's just say theoretically, the trade goes through, do you think their team is better with Paul George instead of Klay, or do you like you said, you think Klay just kind of brings the whole? Because even if you just had that 1 year, Paul George, Kevin Durant, and Steph Curry, that's scary.
And the thing, why would the Warriors shake up what's working?
Yeah, exactly.
You don't know what chemistry things are like. Yeah, there's chemistry issues. I mean, even when KD came in, there was a stretch where we were like, oh, the Warriors don't look like the Warriors. And they got it together. So you don't want to keep going through all that for no reason when it's not like you just lost in the finals.
Yeah, that's very true.
So it's, I think it's, if I'm working for the Pacers, I'll try it too. I'm like, let's give it a try. What can we lose, right?
Yeah.
Paul George?
Yeah, exactly.
We're gonna lose.
We're gonna lose them anyway. We might as well just go after something.
Try it. See if you can get the best again. Go to the Cavaliers and be like, hey, listen, I'm gonna give you Paul George. Just give me LeBron.
Kyrie and Love or something like that.
Even nothing big.
But I think, and then Paul George came out and he said, you know what, like, that's all talks in the past. I'm excited to go to Oklahoma City and play with the MVP. That's still a great situation, given that he came out and said he wanted to play for a contender, ideally Cleveland, Boston, somebody, maybe Houston, I know was in the talks for a little bit. So it seemed like a move. We've talked about it on other clips that the Pacers GM kind of just made this move just to kind of spite Paul George and say, I know what you want and I'm not going to give it to you, but I still got to move you for something. And then that ended up being Oladipo and Sabonis. We won't go into that trade.
But also, no, I think, and we've been talking a lot lately about, I guess, your approach to the way the media, or not yours, but necessarily any athlete's approach to the way the media asks them questions. So this is the second story about Paul George, and he's answering, I believe, a little too honestly. So in saying, oh yeah, sure, I'd have gone, that'd been great. Yeah. You're on another team right now, dude. Stop talking about how you'd have gone somewhere else. And then also when they talk about, are you gonna go to the Lakers afterwards? He's like,
the bitter rival,
Yeah, and he's like, well, I don't know, I might go to the Lakers, who knows? Let's not say that so much yet. Just when they ask you, hey, about other teams and you being a part of other teams, you're not on those teams right now.
Again, the answer just, I'm here to play.
Right now.
Let's do it.
Yeah, that's I mean, what would LeBron say? Put it that way.
Exactly, yeah.
What would Aaron Judge say?
Yeah.
I'm on this team. I'm focused on winning the championship here. Yes, boring answer, but it's the best answer for to lessen the controversy.
And he came out and he said, like we just did a segment on that yesterday when he said, right, 2 days ago or whatever, and he said, if me and Russ start playing well together and go to conference finals, why not? Why not lock it up for 3 to 4 more years and give another run at it?
Yeah, I mean, the next step is gonna be like, I'm in Oklahoma City, and
what's
in Oklahoma City?
Yeah, that's not much.
Was that Joakim Noah? It was one of my favorite quotes.
Yeah, I think he's talking about Cleveland. Right, yeah. What's in Cleveland? Yeah.
He goes, "You were going to Cleveland? When's the last time there was someone going to Cleveland?" I was like, "No."
All I know is that
who goes to vacation in Cleveland?
This NBA season, there's going to be so many storylines, so many great Lonzo's first game against Embiid or whatever, and then you got Paul George against the Warriors. It's just gonna be it's fun to watch, but Paul George, you're at Oklahoma City Thunder now, so just back up your boy Russ.
I'm rooting for him.
Diss the Warriors maybe. Post some pictures of cupcakes.
I want a second year of that battle. I really want.
That'd be great. Oh,
it'd be awesome. So hey, good move for at least a good attempt, I guess, for the Pacers to try and get Klay Thompson. Would Klay Thompson fit there? Anybody would fit there. There's lots of holes.
Crazy, yeah.
So they'll be okay. Like, subscribe,
all that fun stuff.
Comment. You know how to do it. Just do it.